Chapter 3, Mishnah 8. The Mishnah cites another question that Rabbi Akiva posed to Rabban Gamliel and Rabbi Yeshua in the meat market of Ama'om. This question concerns a limb, which consists of meat, sinews, and bones, that was removed from an animal when it was still alive, Aver min hachai. If the limb was removed completely, it transmits tuma, just like a dead animal. Rabbi Akiva asks about a dangling limb, i.e., one that has been mostly cut off, but some of it remains attached to the body. And Rabbi Akiva also asked Rabban Gamliel and Rabbi Yeshua, what is the law of a limb that is dangling from a living animal? Does it transmit tuma like a limb that is completely cut off, or is it deemed part of the animal's body, which does not transmit tuma? They said to him, we have not heard the answer to your question, but we have heard the following law from which an answer can be derived. If a limb is dangling from a living person, it is tahor, i.e., it does not transmit tuma. We know this to be so because people who were afflicted with boils, a disease that causes limbs to die and fall off, in Jerusalem on Erev Pesach, and wanted to have their dangling limbs completely removed, would do it in the following way in order to avoid becoming tameh. The patient would go to a doctor on Erev Pesach, and the doctor would cut through the damaged limb until he left of it only a piece as small as a barley corn that linked it to the body. He would then press the limb onto a spike that was attached to the ground, and the patient would forcefully pull away from it, causing the limb to be detached completely without his touching or carrying it. Thus, the patient, remained tahor and could make his Pesach offering, and the doctor remained tahor and could make his Pesach offering. Although the doctor and patient touched and carried the limb when it was dangling, they remained tahor. They used this procedure only to help them avoid becoming tameh through touching the limb as it was being removed completely. This shows that a person's limb does not transmit tuma when it is dangling, but only after it is removed. And it seems to us that the answer to your question, which concerns an animal's dangling limb, can be derived through a kal v'chomer from the law of a person's dangling limb as follows. If even a limb dangling from a person, which can become tameh when he is alive, does not transmit tuma, then a limb dangling from an animal, which cannot become tameh when alive, certainly does not transmit tuma.